Hi guys, Shane here, and today we're going to look at a couple different things. A lot of times we go out into the woods, we go backpacking, hiking, bushcrafting, whatever it is that you're doing or whatever it is that you're calling it, we eat a lot of different foods. And sometimes it's best to try the food before you go out into the woods. Today, Keegan and I are going to be trying this Indian Bombay potatoes from Tasty Bite. It's given it on the scale here medium, right in the middle for spiciness. It has chickpeas and potatoes slow cooked with spices and a zesty tomato sauce. And then we're going to put that over top of basmati rice. These are, I'll be able to boil them in the bag. It says boil them for 5 minutes, and this one says boil it for 5 minutes. I'm going to serve this on top of that. Now, a lot of times whenever I do an Indian food, I usually just get the chicken, I add the curry or whatever I want to add to it. So this is something that I could do. Usually curry comes in glass containers and stuff like that, especially where I can get it at. So this is something that's fairly thin. It's not overly heavy, and it could be a good option for a quick meal. So let's dig into it and we'll see how it tastes. This is a case I had made from P&W Bushcraft. I love these 3 snaps on the top. Had it made for my Emberlit stove. Ground's a little uneven right here. We go. That's what we'll use her. I hear a lot of people mention about how their stove is warped and stuff like that. This is really a lightweight steel, and once you put this cross up in the top, your stove becomes super solid all over again. So I actually have no issues with this Emberlit as far as being warped or anything like that. And I like to think that I use my stoves quite a bit, and that might do a little bit of talking for itself. But then again, to each his own. But I haven't had any major issues with this stove. A little bit of bending, a little bit of warping, but nothing that's ever going to stop me from using the stove to cook on or anything like that. As you can tell, the stove looks like it's holding its own pretty well. Now, the only thing I am concerned about is the mud. We are all mud, so it looks like we're probably going to make a quick little lay underneath here just to put the stove on, and we'll be back. I think this will be just fine. It's definitely keeping the stove from sinking down into the ground now. Perfect. So I just ran over here and grabbed a handful of twigs that we had fall off this tree over here. You can grab some for me as well. Now, the Emberlit stove has a really nice ledge on it right here. So if you get your fire started and you're able to get whatever you're using your material underneath it, you can do a nice fire lay over the top of it and let your fire and your heat start to burn the other tinder that you're adding into the stove. I've seen a lot of people try to light everything from the top sometimes. I've seen a lot of people try to light it once they have almost like a bird's nest on the inside. Personally, I found that as long as you get your whatever material you're using to ignite it with, even if you're using a fire starter, underneath this lip right here, let these holes on the sides do the work to pull the air in while it starts to heat up your wood. As you can tell, it's starting to take off really nice on the inside now. I'm not too concerned about filling this hole and you know, basically putting my fire out, because I have so many holes around the base of the stove and in the front that it's going to do a very, very good job of pulling air. And it really, really is. The smoke that you're seeing is more steam than smoke, just because I have very wet wood around here. It's been frozen for quite a while, and everything just started to thaw out in the last couple days. Sticks are dry, not 100%, but it's something we can work with, especially if you're using a stove. They can get hot fast. You can see down there our creek is frozen, however, our access down to the creek is not. It is a muddy, muddy, sloppy mess right now. And we really wanted just to go down to the creek and do cooking. However, it just wasn't working out in our favor, which is okay. We've got this beautiful little burn going on right now. We'll have boiling water in no time. I'm gonna get a cup of tea off of that. And we're gonna boil our food because I do like to have some tea. In case you're wondering, I'm not in the wilderness at all. There's part of my house there, and this is our creek down here, so just on the back side of our property, which is nice. Nice to be able to do this. I just poured the water for my tea. I'm gonna let that sit over here and steep. While this water is going good, I'm gonna take the Bombay potatoes and I'm gonna stick them in here. And we're also gonna take the rice, wherever the rice went. Is the rice right behind you? Right behind you, you're sitting on it.
Where? Oh.
We're gonna take the rice and we're gonna stick the rice in here as well.
What though?
There we go. And we are just gonna let it go. So for my tea, it's pretty simple. I like put 2 sweeteners, a little bit of milk in it. Now normally, could you give me my spork, buddy? No, for the longest time I got used to drinking my tea without any sweetener in it, but I don't know anymore. I drink it like this, and
What's that, coffee?
that's how I rolls. That's how I rolls.
Looks delicious.
Plastic looks delicious, huh?
No, the food looks delicious.
A little bit of wood in there I'm gonna let burn up. Food's definitely done. Come around here so you can see better. It's like super fluffy too. So let's put some rice in here. Still steaming a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna open up the potatoes. They're still actually really, really warm to the touch, but it's all good. Ooh, this looks good. I would definitely say that's good for 2 servings. The package says it is 2 servings per package, and I think that's good. All right, here we go for the first bite. We decided we're gonna do the bite together. So make sure you get some potatoes and rice and everything else on there. Here we go, you ready? Try it.
Good.
Should have some spice to it. Wait for a moment. This is really good. This is something I could, It's really quick. Boil it in water for 5 minutes. If you put both the bags in there, like I used a zebra billy pot, it's a really fast meal. If you use an alcohol burner underneath your stove, you're just kind of on the go. I think it'd be something that you could really use. It's good.
I could eat this all day.
You could eat it all day. As far as being mild, I wouldn't say it's hot. I would say mild's a good recommendation. You think mild? Because Keegan likes to think he likes hot, but he can't do hot.
Nope.
It's okay. He tries. Lord Almighty, this boy tries, but he can't do hot. And you can do this. So what do you think as far as spiciness?
That's good.
Is it spicy or not to you?
It's spicy.
It is?
I just like the taste.
Oh yeah. All right, everyone. Well, that was the Tasty Bite Indian Bombay potatoes. It's chickpeas, potatoes, slow cooked with spices and a zesty tomato sauce. It's vegan. Not that that really matters to us, but if you are vegetarian, it's a vegetarian dish. And the basmati rice is also vegan as well. But once again, we're not vegetarians. We do go stints sometimes where we don't eat a lot of meat, but we're definitely not vegetarians. I think this is a good meal. I think this is something that I could use backpacking for sure. And it's not very heavy. So, thank you everybody for coming along with us. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. My family appreciates it. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.